Welcome to another episode of the WinTAK team series on the MegaTAK. In the MegaTAK, we are exploring what is that we can really do with TAK technology. And as an example, we have the story of a zombie epidemic. If you don't know about that, please watch the videos about me. And we have also introduced the KillChain, and in this video we are going to look at the second part of the KillChain. So previously we have covered this reconnaissance, and this time we are going to cover which kind of tool, not necessarily guns, we need to perform the job. So what is that we know from the previous steps is that we are in the middle of nowhere, and so we are going to have some challenges that we want to solve because of that. And we will start this phase by looking at which kind of tools we want to deploy. So to do that, let's use this diagram. In this diagram you can see different colors, and each color is indicating a zone. Starting from the top, we have the cloud. The cloud is yet another definition for things that are in the internet that need connection, that are located somewhere. And that is where we have our main servers that we use, the FTS, WinTAK server, and the WinTAK hub that is providing integration. And then underneath we have the real world. Starting with the off-grid zone. The off-grid zone is where we have no internet at all, and we need to solve this problem. We have the edge zone, that is at the edge between the off-grid zone and the regular, house or situation in which you have full-speed internet, and that is what we call HQ, and that is where we will place our command and control. So in the off-grid zone, we have here a drone, and the drone is here, but is controlled by a device running the WinTAK UAS that is on the edge, because we need to have a connection with the WinTAK server and also with the video service to stream position and video. Then back to the off-grid zone. We have someone that is completely off-grid. He wants to use ATN to display his position and also receive information about orders and have some kind of chat. So he's using some additional device for off-grid, and he can communicate by using this device with everyone else that is in the off-grid zone. But then we have also the mobile command center here, in which we have the same category of device, and that could be something like a gotenna, and today we will see the Meshtastic. That is a less professional device, but it's very cheap and easy to use. But thanks to this mobile command center, the mobile command center will bridge communication between the off-grid zone and the HQ zone so that everyone is synchronized. Additionally, in the off-grid zone, we have also this other role here that we call the spotter. The spotter is using a rangefinder to calculate the distance of things, and then it will use other tooling such as TAK ICU when he is able to connect to the zone. So with in the off-grid zone, you cannot use TAK ICU because you need high-speed video, but he can collaborate off-grid by calculating the range of things and then using a off-grid device to put the position of those things. So in HQ we have a web map running the position of all those people, but also things such as the drone. We have another video that is projected on a monitor, So video stream can come from one or many drones and from one or many TAK ICUs. And finally, we have our HQ operator that is running a Windows PC with WinTAK. And you see here we have also a way at Zello to bridge between off-grid radio or analog radio like a regular Baofeng and also digital radio, so that this guy can communicate with this guy here that is using a grid on radio, regular radio. So as you can see, this is a lot of different technology, and for each of this technology we will need to provide the technology to the proper roles, but also configure that so that it works. You cannot expect simply to go there and things are working. You need to at least to have an initial understanding of the technology, so to how to start and stop things. And also, if it's a software component, such as the free TAK UIS or TAK ICU or ATAK, we need also to provide the software itself, the configuration, and also additional information. So if you ask me what is this phase about, is deciding which one of those tools we are going to use in the specific mission. And we have decided to use certain tools and not others, and I'm going to show you some of them. So the first that I want to show you is this. This is nothing special. It's a DJI drone. Especially we are talking about the Mavic Air 2. It's a good compromise between performance and price. The interesting thing is this thing can fly for a very long time, up to 34 minutes, and very, very far, up to 10 kilometers away. I never tested that personally, but that is what the specs are saying. The second device that we are going to use is this. This is a ATN Binox 4K and can do a variety of things for us. Can number one, see in the distance. Number two, see in the darkness. Number three, can record things on a SD card and can also calculate the range. Another functionality of this small tool is the fact that he can also stream all this information to several apps. So my original intention behind this was to try to find a way to directly get the information and stream to ATAK devices, but I never had the time to work on that. Finally, the last piece of hardware is this. This is a Meshtastic device, and that is what we will use for communication off-grid. And we will have another Meshtastic device bridging. You see, meshtastic.org. That is how it starts. And those will, so there's more radios for data practically, and then if you don't have any internet, that is what you can use instead of the internet, to simplify. So far so good. We have now decided which hardware we are going to use, and it's the moment of the software. So previously we have created a variety of data packages and all information, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, please watch the previous video. And this time what we want to do is to deploy this information to our users. Now recently, that is, I'm not sure which version came in WinTAK we have a new capability, and this is called the ATAK Manager here. So the ATAK Manager is a plugin, so you need to be sure when you have installed your WinTAK that you have activated the plugin. So to see that, you go under Plugin Manager here, and you check that this plugin here is activated and loaded. So you see, for example, the quick chat here is not loaded because it's crap and will break your connection. So what is that we can do with the WinTAK manager? We can create device profiles. So for example, here I have created a zombie ship mission, and that contains two KNZ. As you should know, the KNZ is a container for geolocated information, and here we are going to display information on all the devices that receive this package. Now, to deploy that, what we want to do is to connect a device with a USB cable to our computer. So what you need to do is to activate USB debugging, and that is something a little bit technical. Not everyone knows how to do that, but there are instructions in the web. So this is a required step, but as soon as you have done it, then you have an easy life to update information into a phone. As soon as you connect the phone, you see that is my Samsung S8, and I can see that on this device I have a build of attack that is 4.3.0.4, and I can also see which kind of information I have inside the telephone. I can import locally my information, and I can also update the software if I have another version, a better version of this. Now, as soon I have loaded the phone, I can push a device profile. So for example, here I have a version of the tool attack with several things inside, and I can simply push the button to push this information into the phone. So that is one way in which you can push a variety of information, and that can include, for example, DTED, that is elevation information, can also include things such as maps, um, overlays, videos, data packages. The disadvantage of this approach is that you will need to have each single phone connected, and you need to activate in each single phone your USB um, um, data transfer. Clearly, another thing that we can do is to package everything inside data packages and upload that to the server. And we can use WinTAK server for that. And we can create a data package locally here. And then, like here, I have this data packages. I want to send those data packages to my FTS. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send, and I can send to a TAK contact, someone that is right now online, or I can send to the server. Here I can connect which server I want to use, and the data package will be uploaded to the server, and the next time that I want to download it, I can download it from the server, and that is a list of the data packages that are on the server. So a part of this phase is to make available to all the participants the software and the configuration and the hardware. And but which type of software or configuration hardware is really required is one of the most important decisions. Our experience shows that adding too much stuff will require a lot of preparation, and also a lot of things that can go wrong because will not work in general by all the connected devices, or maybe in some of the devices. So in the next video, we'll see how all of that is delivered to position and then how the team will move inside the location, will install everything on the location, and finally will take action. So thank you and see you next time.